Thank you for joining me, Working Shopper. So I'm back at the house and I have to tell you about the mistakes that I made trying to go off-grid. I'm in the container right now because I've been putting everything back in here. I am not staying at this property. The clip you just saw was my last day off-grid. And just in case you did not see the previous two videos. So I have a stupid question, you guys. Where would I have packed a can opener? You would think it would be with the kitchen stuff, right? I've gone through all these bags and I still do not see it. I found the can opener that I wasn't looking for, so thank goodness I have two. I'm not sure where the other one is, but I just opened some tahini. I got this 50% off, and garbanzo beans, broccoli, and my last carrot. This is a snack I'm having. I have leftover garbanzo beans, and I put whole hemp seeds in there with some Thai rice chips and Brazil nuts. That's huge now. Wow. I finally grew something. I was hoping and praying would revive, and there it is, alive and well. This is a new growth here. I didn't expect to see it so soon, but I'm happy that it's coming up. And then this is the other baby. It's been growing very well as well. So this is orange lemonade. I made it with honey, and I love what the honey does to the orange peel. Makes it soft and so that you can eat it. You don't get that bitter citrus. That's good. My last day at the container. It was bittersweet. I learned a lot. You know, I learned that it's not that easy to start a fire when you're trying to start one. I wanted to cook, so I built up a makeshift stove using some stones. And now I've been camping, but I was never the one to start the fire. I've been to barbecues, but I was never the one to start the grill. So I didn't realize how difficult it was to start a fire. When I finally started it, it kept going out. So Lots of smoke, still no fire. So I'm trying to use foil now to see if I can get a pot of boiling hot water. Then it was all smoky, and I smelled like smoke for the rest of the day. But what I learned is that you have to keep the fire enclosed with small air holes for airflow. And make sure you keep replenishing the fuel. So every so often you have to put more wood or more paper or whatever you're burning into the fire so it can keep going. Going off grid around people who are on grid, not a good idea. If I'm going to go off grid, it's going to have to be around people who are also off grid and understand that lifestyle. Once my privacy screens are up, I was feeling good. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work in the yard, get lots of sunshine. I'm going to set up my outdoor shower. I mean, because this was supposed to be my time to, you know, cleanse the illness out, clear my chakras, de-stress, and just feel that sense of freedom. But there was no privacy. And being around people who are on grid, you're not going to have any privacy. In the town about 30 minutes away from here, the city was trying to make people get rid of the containers. And even though it doesn't look so bad, I don't want to wait for somebody to complain, you know, or the city to come around going, you have to get rid of your container. You have neighbors that want to make sure that you are living the way that they live. So by living off grid, by trying to go off grid, not so good in their minds. At that height, it has a vantage point over my property. I'm sure the entire property. And I don't want to feel like I'm being spied on, especially if I have an outdoor shower. And I'm sure in their eyes, when I'm putting my scraps in the compost, they're like, oh, she's dumping garbage everywhere. When I'm, you know, making a fire to do my cooking, oh, she's going to start a fire and it's going to spread everywhere. You know, these are type of the thoughts that go through people's mind when they're on grid. I thought I was doing good. My compost was thriving. I was collecting rain in my barrels. I found out where the landfill is so I can go dump my garbage. Once those cameras went up, oh my goodness. So I spoke to a realtor. putting the property on the market for sale, and I'm going to look for something in an agricultural zone. And it wasn't my intention to be out in the boonies by myself, but maybe that's what I have to do. Can you guys see this? Sorry. You straighten up here. Let me straighten up. My hands are looking terrible right now. All that work in the yard, all the dirt, like that's one thing I learned. Not to be afraid of dirt. Every 2 minutes, my hands were dirty. I was touching this, touching that. Now, here at the house, I can wash my hands whenever. But at the property, I had to conserve water. Nail care was not a thing. Like, honestly, you can't really go off-grid unless you become a squatter. So I was pretty much squatting on my own property. Because as a property owner, you have to register to the king, pay your taxes and dues and fees. You gotta render unto Caesar. Even if you're in an RV, you have to have a permit and be hooked up. Nothing is exactly free living. This is a good mango. Perfect texture and sweetness. Alright everyone, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had something delicious to eat as well and that your day is going great. I hope you're staying sane among all the insanity happening across the world. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.